finger popping fans.
This episode's gonna be off the fucking wall. I might just leave this part in, actually. Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Terrence.
What up?
And special guest, Deacon.
Hey, what's up?
Is that the name you want to go by?
Whatever. How many other names you got, nigga?
Yo, really?
All your aliases.
We're not having that discussion right now. Yes, this is Deacon. What's up?
Okay.
Deacon Fisticuffs.
All right. Okay.
All right.
You say
I don't
so.
think your mama gave you that name, but that's fine.
I see what. Really?
We learned. Yeah.
Look, you on this show, bro.
Like, you know what
You knew what this was.
All right.
Mike is out this week. He's celebrating his anniversary with his lovely wife. So congratulations to that.
Congrats.
So he will be back next week. All right. So we do have plenty to talk about this week. A number of things in Checked Out where we're going to talk lightly about Daredevil season 3, just because a lot of people haven't quite finished yet. We don't want to spoil it, but just to keep people aware, next week we'll do a separate, much like we do movie reviews in the Coming Distractions feed, we're going to do a season 3 review. It'll be Terrence, myself, and Micah that'll do that. So we'll speak lightly on what we think of it, because Deacon, you haven't watched.
Yeah, right. Have you even started it?
No, not having started. And real quickly too, I definitely want to give you props for getting the studio set up. I'm glad that my parents generate some income for you, so you can spruce this joint up. I like what I'm seeing.
It's amazing that you think we're generating income, but
I'm just here. You know, I know the public demanded it.
Yeah,
that I came back. So you caught me between haircuts, but. We'll make it work.
It's all right. It's fine. Yeah, it's all right. Look, we all got a little work to do. It's all right. It's all right.
But Daredevil I have not started yet. But I've heard good things from you guys and a couple other sources that I follow. I'm definitely looking forward to getting into it. I'm actually just finishing up Luke Cage this past week, though.
Yeah. Well,
so don't judge me. All right, stay on your side.
I mean, look, I like season 2 of Luke Cage. I will say that.
Don't fucking matter now, right?
Yeah. We'll talk about. We'll talk about.
Don't read ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So let's jump right into it. So I finally had a chance to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. I know it's like I'm super late.
Yeah, me too. Which was very bizarre. Like I literally watched it like 2 days ago.
Exactly. So you judging me, right?
That's funny. Right, exactly. The movie's been out for like 9 years. Yeah. Well, it's funny because like when the movie came out, I was moving, so I just didn't have time to see it in the theaters. And then I'd been checking like every weekend when it was available to rent, and they're like, "You can buy it on Amazon." I'm like, "I'm not buying it for $20. That's crazy." Because I'm only gonna watch it like maybe once or twice. Yeah. So I wanted to wait for it to rent, and I just happened to be home yesterday, so I was like, it's available." So I rented it. I liked it a lot, actually. I wasn't blown away by it. I mean, it's hard to be blown away by a Marvel movie that's coming out 2 months after Infinity War. Right, I mean, that's such a high watermark. But that's not denigrating Ant-Man and the Wasp by any means. But one thing I will say that I thought they got exceptionally right was, a lot of people are like, well, why didn't the Wasp get her own solo movie where Ant-Man got his solo movie? And, why are they waiting to Miss Marvel? It is very clear in this movie because Wasp's story is so intrinsically tied to Ant-Man. It doesn't really make sense. Like, you can't really do a Wasp story without having Ant-Man there. Where Ant-Man, while he is tied tightly to the Wasp, he's had so many other adventures, especially Scott Lang, without the Wasp, right?
Right.
So you didn't technically need her there, like in the suit. But her story is just because, timing and the way, characters were written back in the day, she's so heavily relied on Ant-Man being there, right? But what I thought was interesting is this movie isn't about the movie where Captain Marvel was clearly about women empowerment and women equality, and it's very obvious from the trailers. This isn't about that. This is about teamwork. This is about men and women being equal. It's about equality in a different way, right? It is showing the equality of the races, or excuse me, the genders. And that to me, I thought worked really well. Like, she's like this badass and all
she
this
was
stuff.
dope.
Yeah, she was super dope.
I mean, unlike you two, I saw the movie at a decent time when it first came out.
7 years ago.
But no, like she was kicking ass in there. And I think that was very very purposeful. Because of course we had Ant-Man in his first movie. We had Ant-Man in Civil War. Right. So they really focused on the Wasp, and she was in it kicking ass. I mean, even when I saw the trailer and she did that little knife run, I was like, done.
Right. Well, and it's funny because it was like reminiscent of Ant-Man doing the gun thing in the first one.
Exactly.
But like giving her own style because she can fly and stuff like that, which I thought was dope. But they spent so much time heavily focused on the team or on partnerships, which this is really the first Marvel movie to deal with that, right? Because I feel like, it's like, there's Marvel movies that deal with like patriotism and technology and women empowerment and blackness and stuff like that. But people didn't really give this its due, which is it's about partnership, like equal partners. And that's what they were. Because it's not just Hope and Scott that are partners. It's also Hank and Janet. Right? So it's they like push that point two different ways, right? Like here's Hank going to the like ends of the earth, basically, for lack of a better phrase, ends of the earth to get, his wife back, but his partner back. Right. Because the first thing she does when she comes back is she does something powerful. She doesn't do anything like, oh, my husband, I'm so happy, I'm just a damsel in distress. He couldn't get there without her help, right? So she was like the real intellectual. So I thought that was really dope. I felt like they nailed it. I don't know that the movie gets enough appreciation for that point, and I thought that was really important.
Like even the quantum realm, how they depicted that was pretty dope, especially following up behind Doctor Strange. It was like
it felt very similar.
Doctor Strange gave you the foundation. All right, we're going to take you even deeper, with the quantum realm and Ant-Man. And I always loved one part when you talk about partnerships, and it's a line in Ant-Man and the Wasp where Hope. And Scott's talking about what happened with him and Captain America. She's like, yeah, well, if I was with you, you wouldn't have got caught.
Yeah.
Flat out. Like I'm better than you in every way imaginable. And she is. Yeah. But it's like, all right, you got caught, you had fun, but if I was there, that wouldn't even happen.
Yeah, it is kind of funny because in a movie that Paul Rudd gets top billing, he's not really the main character.
Oh, no.
She's definitely the main character. Yeah. And I thought that was kind of interesting. But like, look, I think there's a time to do Captain Marvel where you do a solely female empowerment movie, but this is not what this movie was supposed to be. It was supposed to show that the sexes are equal.
Right.
Because in the end, he saves her, she saves him, like there are many like back and forth issues. Like he can't do this without her. She can't do this without him, which is what the future of movies is supposed to be. Right? It's supposed to be this 50-50 thing or damn close to it. And I thought that's what the movie showed. And I really appreciate it. I thought that was kind of dope.
Are we okay for spoiler territory?
Yes, for Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I mean, it's been out since like 83.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
The after credit scene. Like I'm sitting in the theater watching it, having a damn good time watching the movie. Like, oh, this is fun. This is funny. Totally forgot about Infinity War.
Surprise.
And the after credits thing, it's like, yo, anybody there? Where's everybody? They come back out, you see the dust falling. Like, oh, y'all bastards.
That's crazy because I didn't have that spoiled for me. I don't think I did.
Yeah.
Or if I did, I have forgot. But
just like, twist the knife.
Oh, damn. That's right.
Right.
So that's why he's not dead. So
but y'all had a good time? You enjoyed this movie? Yeah. Watch this.
That was gonna.
Yeah. We'll see you next year, jerks. Like, oh man, come on. But yeah, I thought it was good. Again, I wasn't like blown away by it because again, it's hard to be blown away by it in the wake of Infinity War. But I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was like a disappointment by any means. I thought it was very good. So again, Marvel streak easily continues.
Yeah.
Next up, I have a review up. If you go on where I look like a bum,
I feel like YouTube. I feel like you were Method. Dressing up like the kids from the mid-90s.
Dude, I will say this right now.
It's like, no, dude, my windshields are fine, dude. It's $1.
Look, I will say this 100%, and I will not sugarcoat it at all. I look like a bum in this video that I did for mid-90s. I straight up did. And you know why? Because I was on like 4 hours of sleep because I was finishing Daredevil the night before, and I literally didn't realize how shitty I looked until after I finished it. If you look at the video closely enough, if you go on our YouTube page and look at this review of the mid-90s, one of my eyes is smaller than the other because my eye is so fucking tired. Like I'm exhausted. It's really quite crazy.
You look like a legit Poly alum.
Come on, man! Don't do that. Don't do that.
What happened? What's the problem?
We went to
What's the
rival high
problem?
schools.
Yeah.
My high school was good. His is where all the drug addicts went.
Get your life together. Get your life together. Especially because you know the game is coming.
I don't watch the game.
But I don't watch the game either. I just go to the tailgate.
Just the drink during the day.
Yeah, but no, that's canceled. That's like a whole nother story. It's tragic.
Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably one of your loser.
Yeah, Poly ain't. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, that's a deep Baltimore cut. But anyway, yeah, I look like a bum, which is a reasonable critique. Feel free to leave comments on YouTube.
They will,
and I know they will. But what I would say about I've had a lot to drink before this.
I'm struggling right now. Right? I'm not even gonna lie. Damn.
What I would say about mid-90s, which is Jonah Hill's directorial debut, it is very, very good. So the idea is this kid, he's 13 years old. He's like, that point in your life where you're trying to make that, it's not something that you do consciously, but it happens where you have your family, and whether you get along with your family or not, you start to generate friends.
Right. Yeah.
And they start to become your family. You know what I mean? Like, because I have super core friends who I consider like closest family. Like they just are, right? And there's a time, like right around the time you get into high school, you start to kind of cultivate these people, and some people fall off, some people stay, that kind of thing. And that's what the movie is about. It's like this kid he's 13 years old, Stevie, and he has this really troubled, shitty home life. Like him and his brother like physically fight. His brother is like 16 or 17. He just kicks the shit out of him all the time. Like the opening of the movie is him just getting thrown out of his brother's room into a wall. It's like boom, like start the movie, okay? And so he's got this fucking broken relationship with his brother. He's 13, so he kind of has a broken relationship with his mom. Dad's not around. And so he ends up befriending these skateboard kids. And he doesn't know how to skateboard for shit. And they eventually take him in. They give him a nickname, Sunburn, for whatever reason. This is in LA in the mid-90s.
Makes sense.
And it's kind of cool because the kids that he befriends, they're actual skateboarders in real life.
Yeah, I heard that they're not actors.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
But they actually do a pretty good job. Like they really do. So he weirdly goes and he befriends these kids and he starts to create this kind of family. But the kids in a way have this interesting kind of family structure. Like there's Ray, who is like the reasonable black kid who's like trying to turn skateboarding into like a real thing because he's really good. And then his buddy, who's also the same age, who goes by the name Fuck Shit. Because anytime he sees something that he likes, he's like, fuck, shit, that's dope. Like that's what he says all the time, right? He just wants to party all the time and drink and do drugs or whatever and skateboard. And he doesn't want to take anything seriously. And so they're kind of like the parents of this group. And then there's fourth grade, who is like the he's the videographer, right? He's always filming everything. But like everybody in their family has that person in their family who like documents everything, right?
Okay.
Like whether it's scrapbooking or videos or pictures or whatever. Like, oh, I got all the pictures from when you were like 12. They got somebody's got
Uncle Tony and shit,
right? Like everybody has that, right? And then there's this other kid, Ruben, who he kind of has sort of a tenuous relationship with, which is very similar to his brother in a lot of ways. And so they kind of bring him in and make him a part of their family, and he kind of befriends them. And it's really, really good. It's like it's in the 90s. It's like a simpler time. Everything isn't complicated. It's just like kids skating. Right. Like some kids are black, some kids are white. Like some of the kids are like, nigga this, nigga that. Like it's just not like, oh, I don't think this is okay. Like there's none of that. It's just a simpler fucking time where people just
did he write and direct, or he just directed it?
I don't know if he wrote it, but he definitely directed. But I think Jonah Hill, having the experience of being in so many coming of age movies, I think he's able to do this. But I mean, it's way more serious than it is comedy. But there are some parts that are pretty funny. But it's really good. I actually really enjoyed it. And the soundtrack is dope. Like if you like, 90s rock and hip hop, like there's something on that soundtrack for everybody. Like Wu-Tang is on there, like all sorts of shit. Like
you did the screenplay.
Did you skateboard back in the day?
I did, but I got hurt a lot.
Yeah.
I once got knocked out for 5 minutes.
Yo, whoa, what?
Yeah, I fell off a skateboard going down a hill and I didn't have a helmet on, and I passed out for 5 minutes.
Because you're not supposed to have a helmet on. What type of punk ass shit is that?
Yeah,
that's how we live. It's the 90s, yo. Shit.
Yeah, but then after that, I got a helmet because I wanted to be able to spell my name, and I can.
I did. It's
just with one letter.
Though, man. I actually just bought a skateboard maybe last year. Midlife crisis.
Wow, you hipster.
I'm actually still kind of nice. I'm actually still kind of nice on it though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying, had I known
back in the kind of nice.
Had I known back in the day,
he hasn't fallen.
I would have stayed
down.
on my shit. Yeah, no, I didn't bust my ass shit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you'll know when you do. You'd be like, I really need a helmet and shin guards and
my spleen.
Yeah, broke. But mid 90s is very good. I would say it's very good. And for a directorial debut, it is impressive.
All these different actors becoming directors all of a sudden and like crushing it.
I think
Bradley Cooper.
Cooper. Who else?
Flowers Born.
What's the one dude? A Quiet Place.
Fucking Jim Halpert from The Office. John Krasinski.
Yep. Wait, he directed that too?
Yeah.
And they're working on a sequel right now.
Yep.
Wow.
But I think you spend enough time on one side of the camera, you start to realize like what works and what doesn't work.
And you get that itch.
You get that itch to do it.
I could do this shit.
Turns out some of them can.
Yeah, some of them can. Very well.
By the way, I would not be surprised if mid 90s is in the talk for Best Picture this year. I really wouldn't be. It deals with some stuff that I think is universal. You know, a lot of people would say, "Oh, it's a skateboard movie. I wasn't really into skating and stuff like that." No, like there's parts of it that are super universal, like his first time with a girl and everything else. Like these kids they are teaching him how to grow up.
Okay,
and there's a scene where he's like kind of hooking up with this girl, and I'm like, wait, how old is this kid supposed to be? Because you're doing mad adult shit, and then it's like he's 13, and I'm like, yeah, no, but that's about right. You know, like they don't have sex, but like, you know. Your question.
Wait.
Your question.
Wait. No, turn over. What the hell was that?
No, the question that you were talking about posting, like when we were talking.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like the hypothetical.
The hypothetical. That's what's happening here. Not to give that away to people, but yeah, it's very good. Mid 90s is an impressive movie. So check out my review. It's on our YouTube page, thenerdpocalypse.com/YouTube. And you can see me like a bum.
Don't fucking turn to me and shit.
You know, you're a depraved human being. Tell me all about it.
Irregardless.
All right, so quickly, Terrence, your thoughts on Daredevil Season 3 without going too super deep.
Best season of any of the Marvel shows on television. On Netflix, period.
Wow.
I agree. But I'm going to go a little bit deeper. It's the best season of a comic book TV show, period.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or anything like that.
Yeah, but I do.
It's far better than the CW shows. That's a given.
Yeah.
No, this was amazing.
It's that good.
It's that good.
Did you like the first season of Daredevil?
I love the fucking first season of Daredevil.
This is better than that.
Yeah.
And I think Daredevil Season 1 was the best of everything you got before. And this is better than that.
They have backstory. Like by now you already know that what's his name? Bullseye,
yeah.
Yo, his backstory. That episode was
it's creative.
It was super creative. I was like, yo, this is amazing. His backstory. And then they have the backstory for Karen.
Mm-hmm. She gets a whole episode.
She gets an entire episode for herself,
and it's worth it.
It's so good. Like it's like everything they did just worked.
Karen got some thick legs. Anyway,
does she?
Yeah.
Don't ask.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of hers.
I'm not so much.
I think she's like second season maybe. Like, ooh.
Hi, Karen.
But everything in this season, it just worked.
It is like written so well.
Fucking him coming back and him becoming Daredevil again,
right?
Because he got his ass kicked in the second season. Yo, I cannot recommend this. If you are a fan of any of the shows, I cannot recommend this season.
I may do something that I have not done before. I may rewatch this season.
I'm going to.
I've heard somebody read it.
I want to be prepared for because we're going to talk about it in depth probably next week or so. But yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it again. Like seriously, and I've never done that.
I've heard.
I've never done that.
Yeah, I've heard this season was kind of it's loosely based on the Born Again storyline.
Yeah, loosely based.
Yeah, so like that's like one of his the definitive Frank Miller runs during Daredevil, and it's like I've heard so much good things like from you guys off air and from a couple other sources that I follow. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like this weekend. Yeah.
You'll just want to run through it.
Yeah,
from beginning to end. It's so good.
Yeah, I literally the only reason why I stopped is because like I have to go back to work. Like I watch it on my lunch break.
Be an adult.
Yeah, I don't want to get fired. Bills. But it is so well done. Every character is so okay. So the first season, you really flesh out Daredevil and Kingpin. That was the big point.
Right.
Season 2, let's not talk about that. It was fucking terrible.
No, wait. Season 2 wasn't that bad.
I didn't think it was terrible.
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't say it wasn't as good as
the first season.
No,
but like. Compared to season 1 and 2, yeah, season 2 is. I mean, compared to season 1 and 3, season 2 is terrible.
Sorry, I blacked out when you guys said season 2.
I noticed. Like,
I had a seizure where it's just my brain just stopped working for a second.
It wasn't terrible.
It's not horrible. But what season 2 lacked,
right,
which was very obvious, is it lacked a good villain.
Okay,
and this is where season 3 really nailed it, right? Because season 1, Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, is a cerebral villain for Daredevil, right?
Right.
And he got to fight some people, beat up some criminals or whatever, but it was a cerebral challenge and he, going back and forth. Season 3 is you get that cerebral challenge, but you also get the physical challenge of Bullseye, which is what makes the fucking season. Because the way that Bullseye comes to be, and I'm not going to spoil any of that, the way he comes to be and the way the Kingpin comes to be, and then them taking on Daredevil in their specific ways is so fucking well done. And they do this thing, and this is not a spoiler at all, but they do this thing where they will have characters talking to Daredevil through like the Kingpin will be saying something to Daredevil,
right?
But not in reality, right? In his head, right? He's like, "You're never gonna beat me," that kind of stuff, right? But what they do is they'll have Vincent D'Onofrio standing behind Charlie Cox's character,
okay,
but he's not in focus. Daredevil's in focus, and then you hear and you see Vincent D'Onofrio like, "You'll never beat me," blah 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 blah, and it's just like this is inside his fucking head.
Yeah.
It's such an artistic. It's such an artistic way to show like. Not only are you thinking about him, like he's literally right inside your head. He is. You can't get away from this guy.
To you.
He's talking to you.
It's about to be like Chipotle. Pizza to Lindsay.
No, don't make any.
I ain't no shit this weekend.
Yeah. Don't make any plans with anybody. No, I'll see you on Saturday. I won't see you on Saturday. I will text you on Monday. I gotta go.
I think the episode. Bullseye's backstory was my favorite episode.
Episode 5.
I was just like glued to the fucking screen.
Yeah,
I was like, yo,
right.
What the fuck?
Right, because that story gets told in a way, and you're just like, "Yo, this is mad interesting."
Wait, was it better than Colin Farrell?
Yeah.
I don't know who
he didn't kill an old lady with peanuts. Fuck out of here!
Like I have no clue who that guy is who played him, but
he was super good.
He was so good. Yeah. Like he was scary. Wow. Like that dude was scary.
Yeah. Like they literally have a moment. Again, this is not a spoiler because he's crazy, right? I mean, Bullseye's crazy. Like he's a fucking murderer. But later in the season, as he's like fully coming into his crazy and like fully like, all right, I'm gonna be murdering people and shit. They do this sound effect whenever he's like going super crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know
like
if
bees.
It's bees inside his head.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's super fucked up because it's just like it just sounds like madness, and then people are like, "Hey, Dex, like what the fuck?" And then the noise kind of like subsides. It's
I
really
like that shit. That's artistic. Like this,
wild.
Yeah,
like
because his mind is just fucking madness.
But you know what? Real quick, she will probably never see this show. Shout out to one of my acting classmates for the McKinnon Acting Studio, Corey. She's actually in Daredevil season 3.
Oh yeah,
in a scene with Fisk and Devil.
Who does she play?
I didn't get to watch the episode yet. I think just episode 3. Like she's literally sitting in the scene where you see it's Wilson Fisk and it's her sitting right there at the table, and you see
She black?
No, she's I think she's Filipino, I believe. I may be wrong. Don't kill me, Tori.
I think she's an FBI agent.
You might be right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Cause I saw her post on the page. I'm like, oh, that's dope. I remember months ago she had mentioned she had something kind of big, sort of big coming up.
Yeah, some big
but
deal.
she didn't want to spoil it. But yeah, shout out if you ever hear about or see this episode.
That's cool.
Yeah,
man. Shout out to you. Look, the season was fucking flawless, man. Yeah. I honestly, I can't think of a person in the season that I thought wasn't good.
No,
the Indian dude who's the FBI agent.
Yeah, that was a. I don't want to get into anything, but yeah,
that was such a comic book thing to do, is to focus on one guy, and like his experience through the season, and like he's not Daredevil, he's not Kingpin, he's not Bullseye, he's not Karen or Foggy, but he's just like, he's this guy just traveling across this thing.
Just caught up in all this nonsense.
And caught up in all the shit.
Wow.
And just like his trajectory in the whole thing. It's really fascinating because they kind of tell the story from his perspective for a while. Yeah. And then he fades in the background, but then he comes back and then he comes back. You know, it's like throughout the season. It's fucking good, man. It was really good. Really also, good. This is a weird thing to focus on, but the casting of Foggy's family was fucking tremendous. Yo, they got everyone who looks like him. Everyone who looks like him. I was like, is that his real dad? Like, is that his real brother? Like, they nailed it. I just thought it was really good. I really did. And I loved the ending. I loved the ending. It was great. I really, really loved it.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. Cool.
All right, there you go. So again, we'll get super in depth next week, and then we'll talk some spoilers as well, because you can't help it. But look forward to that. All right, science and tech this week.
There's going to be a review for Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah, that'll be out by the time you listen to this. That'll be out as well. Terrence and I did the review. Terrence went and saw it. Lucky me.
Yes. If you're a Queen fan, go watch the movie. That's all I got to say. But you see the review.
Okay, science and tech this week. In Sweden, a country rich with technological advancements, thousands have been microchipped in their hand. The chips are designed to speed up users' daily routine and make their lives more convenient. Accessing their homes, offices, and gyms in an easy way as swiping their hands against a digital reader. So the procedure costs $180. The chip is the size of a grain of rice. I guess my question to you is, would you do this just to get into your house and your gym and everything else easier?
In Sweden, maybe. In here, no, I don't trust it. Yeah. I'm a nigga. I don't trust it.
By the way, that's a good point. In Sweden, I think it's a different. I think countries matter. I think
in the U.S., fuck no. I don't trust it. I don't trust the government. I'm black.
I'm right there with you.
Like, again, nah.
Donald Trump is president? You're not tripping me. Nice try. Nice try, America. I don't think so.
Like, it would be very convenient, but I don't trust y'all niggas. Sorry.
No, look, I have smart locks on my house. I just have to press buttons, dog. It's not really that hard. Like, I can leave my house with my dog in the morning to take my dog for a walk. I don't need a key. I don't bring my keys with me.
It's tempting, though. I mean, but I'm not surprised it's Sweden at all, because they're always kind of ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Like, I know at one point they were doing like they gave everybody like internet access, and like as far as like the bike revolution over there, like nobody really drives. So I'm not really surprised it's Sweden, but like Terrence said, over here, like it's tempting. I mean, I would love to just like have a little chip in my finger, like give my large fries at McDonald's, keep it moving. But nah.
What if they turn that chip off? Then you can't get your food.
Exactly.
I was thinking
you pay your rent this month.
Yeah, like oops, your chip got turned off. Bill Burr has a funny joke about that. I was thinking about, it's funny because I hadn't seen this story until later today, but I was thinking about that. Like, what happens? Like, I could see a scenario where the United States gets rid of cash, right? In the wake. This is like my weird like morning commute thought process. In the wake of like all these bombings or bombing attempts that are going on in the U.S. right now, they're trying to track down who bought this stuff and where they bought it, right?
Yeah.
You would have a much harder time tracking those things down if people would use cash, right? So I can see a scenario where they're like, we're no longer doing cash in the United States. Everybody gets a fucking U.S. card and you tie it to your bank and that's where all your money is or what have you. But then What if there's a malfunction in your card?
Yeah,
and
that's
you
the
did,
problem.
and it doesn't work, and you can't pay your rent. You can't do X, Y, and Z, right?
And I don't carry cash on me ever.
I don't. I almost never
just
do
don't.
either.
It's too tempting.
Like the most I'll
Yeah,
ever have.
because I'll burn it up.
Right.
It's like $10.
I normally I try to keep a 20.
They say to keep 20 on you just in case, like emergency. But I don't even do that.
No, if I got a 20, it's getting spent.
Right. It's like in my fucking pocket. I'm like, oh shit, I got a 20. Like,
That's
I'm
free
just gonna
money.
Go, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go to the store to just buy whatever the fuck for no reason.
How much you need cash for? You going to strip club?
Yeah, exactly. Right,
What a
yeah. What do I
20?
need?
Goddamn ones.
Right. So yeah, it's the chip thing. Look, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. I give it 10 years before it is like pretty prevalent.
Yeah.
As a person who is a big smart home guy, like a lot of my shit is set up like that.
You got smart plugs, nigga.
Yeah, so I can turn the lights on. I don't have to get
With your
up.
phone.
Yeah, you got to clap.
How about this? How about this? I rush to set those up. Next week it'll be voice controlled. I'm not getting up. It's out of here.
You know what? I'm not
nonsense
mad
is
at that though. I'm not mad at it. At all.
No, fuck no. Shit's dope.
I got my little with the Google Home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, don't say that because we have a bunch of them in the house, so it'll like start fucking doing shit.
Yeah, I'll put mine to work.
Yeah. Look, we have 9 of them in the house. There's one right there. So, so as a person who understands like or who's into that sort of coolness of technology, I'm the same way as you. I don't trust it. Not in the US, I don't trust it. So, I mean, shout out to the Swedes, but you live in a country of like adults.
Yeah, Sweden.
Yeah, but like we don't. Like we really fucking do not.
Dankeschön. That's German, right?
I think so.
Close enough. Shit. It's Scandinavian at one point. I don't know.
I'm sure the Germans made it over there. Not in a good way.
Viva la Thor.
Yeah, Viva la Thor. Not Swedish at all. No stupid tech story this week, unfortunately. But make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. As long as you buy something through that link, we get a little bit of a payback, a little bit of a kickback, I should say. You don't pay anything extra, and we benefit. It's a great way to help out the show. You're buying stuff on Amazon anyway, so you might as well use the link. I know I do. Lightning round, Terrence.
All right, I forgot. Hold up. Critters and Killer Clowns from Outer Space is getting a reboot on Sci-Fi.
Yes.
I've never seen Critters, but
Yeah,
I've never seen Critters. I've seen.
I love Killer Clowns.
Killer
from
Clowns
Outer
from Outer Space was the man. That was the shit.
As a person who is what some people would refer to as a coward when it comes to horror movies, I have seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space no less than 15 times.
So I got a quick question.
Because it used to come on HBO like all the time when I was a kid.
How the hell have you seen that movie? You still haven't watched The Ring or The Grudge yet.
Because Killer Clowns from Outer Space isn't scary, and The Ring is.
All right, just throwing it out there. I was just curious.
No, you can't
All
shame me.
Back to the topic at hand. Let's
Look, I'm like Luke Cage. You can't shame me. I look like a bum on a YouTube video. Can't break me.
I look like a bum.
And then like
on YouTube. You can't. Oh, stiff ass dad. Out of here. Yo, yeah.
he's like, is this what the young black people are doing now? Oh, did my show get canceled? Yeah, nigga, it did. Anyway, more on that later.
Yo, yeah, Killer Clowns. I remember when I first saw this shit as a kid, like on HBO, it just kept coming on. Yo, I love it.
It came on all the time.
And I can't describe the creepiness of like why they freak me out. It's just the way like it was the
because they're
makeup.
clowns.
Yeah, it was like it's so craggly looking, like it was weird looking, but I love that damn movie
because they're clowns. That's all.
That design was good.
It's sci-fi though.
Yeah,
but they got.
But have they been
candy?
doing good work? Lately?
Yeah, they wrap people up in the cotton candy. That's true. And they had like the popcorn guns and shit.
I don't think I've ever seen. No, I've never seen Critters. I've seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I've seen Critters
from Outer Space. So these two are getting, according to a new report, sci-fi. Yo, these fucking websites really need editors. God damn. According to the new report, Sci-Fi is looking to make reboots a big part of their business model moving forward. Part of that includes licensing the rights for both Critters and Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The wording in the report is pretty specific in that Sci-Fi would just be licensing the rights, not necessarily in control of them entirely. Where it gets more vague is that these are both going to be new feature films. Maybe you think they may be in like sci-fi films or something?
I mean,
I thought it was going to be a channel.
I mean, look, Killer Clowns from Outer Space doesn't need a high budget.
I was about to say it's not necessarily high art.
Yo, that shit looks insane.
Yeah, pretty fucking crazy. Like they had.
What the fuck? Yo. Oh, I love that goddamn movie.
Oh, yeah, I might need to rewatch this.
They might be scarier than Pennywise. I don't know.
Have you seen the new one? Did you see the new one?
What, new It?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah, Pennywise was he was a little frightening.
Poor Georgie.
Yeah, they took that nigga arm off. I was like, God damn. This nigga went hard in the paint. Okay,
wait, no, the part when he's talking like the popcorn, like, yeah, popcorn.
He's like,
he started looking down like, I'm about to bite your ass.
I don't really need to see it more than once.
No, you saw it? You do.
No, I watched it. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna see the second one, but like, I'm definitely not a guy who's like, oh, let's watch it again. Like, I don't need that.
I'd watch it again.
But yeah, I remember Critters when it first came out. It was kind of right on the heels of with Gremlins.
Yeah,
and so Gremlins had just came out. That was big popping and whatever. And I remember seeing the commercials for Critters, and I don't think I saw the movie till years later. That premise was a little bit different because I think the Critters were from outer space.
Oh, really?
Whereas Gremlins were like, earthbound.
Which one
did
y'all like more? Gremlins 1 or 2?
1. 2 was horrible.
What?
I
don't think horrible. Yeah. It's way goofy.
Yo,
it's like more of a comedy.
Yo,
like
the new batch was
like 30 different types of Gremlins.
Yeah, Gremlins 2 was like watching Ghostbusters 2 without Bobby Brown.
Whoa.
Wait,
I like Ghostbusters 2. You don't like Ghostbusters 2?
Hell no.
You don't even like Black Ghostbusters? All right, yo. Just turn it. We're done here.
No, I don't like no damn Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 2 was horrible, yo.
No, I like Ghostbusters 2.
Goddamn Vigo, the Carpathian, big ass fucking head.
Yeah, he needed a little dog painted there. He got lonely.
Vigo.
I like Ghost. You didn't like Ghostbusters 2?
No, play this. I didn't hate it, but I did not like it.
Really?
I like Ghostbusters 2 more than the first one. That is.
I think I'd probably tend to agree.
Yeah, that's an unpopular opinion, but like, look, I'm not a super fan of the first one.
No, that's not.
I like the first one, but I like 2 more.
Yeah,
that's not an unpopular opinion. That's a fucked up opinion. I mean, there's a difference.
There are people who believe it. They're just wrong.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I've seen 2 more than 1 actually.
Definitely.
Oh hell no, dude.
Better music.
Yes,
really?
Far better music.
One damn song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bobby Brown. Okay, granted, that Bobby Brown joint was popping, but nah.
Because you could listen to the Bobby Brown song right now, and everybody be like,
"My shit."
I'll have to get that Bobby Brown, y'all. Like, wait, no, that's not. Oh, he did drugs.
Poor guy. Next.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Damn. Ghostbusters 2. What type of shit?
What the fuck? I might watch it tonight.
Yo, wow.
That's a real out of spite thing. I'm gonna watch Ghostbusters 2 tonight. Okay. I'm not gonna stop you.
Next up, young Bruce Wayne cast in a Joker solo movie.
They couldn't help themselves. They couldn't fucking help themselves.
We're gonna have Batman in here. Somewhat.
A child.
He's just. I hope that this
nigga's like 6.
I hope he fights Batman.
What,
they just
Joker?
put Batman in. Yeah,
you gonna chop him in the throat.
The fucking fuck out.
You've seen that image of fucking John Wayne throwing a kid in a lake. Like that's what should happen. That's what should happen. The Joker should do something to Bruce Wayne specifically,
and that's why
he fucked up, and that's why he hates him.
Remember this shit.
I'll see you in 40 years.
So the Joker's 40 years older than Bruce Wayne. Okay, that makes sense.
Like Gotham. So that explains why Batman's been beating up on all these geriatric ass villains all these years because they like 30 and 20 years older.
Yeah, they've been teasing him since he was 12.
They've been fucking with him.
He was like, I'm gonna fuck this penguin dude up when I get 30.
Story says. With Thomas Wayne having a decent sized role in director Todd Phillips' Joker, a lot of blah 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 blah. CB is reporting that a young actor by the name of Dante Olson has been cast in
he black
has been cast in the role of the boy who will eventually grow up to be Batman.
Wait, he's black?
No, it's a white boy.
Dante?
Dante Pereira.
Pereira.
It's Pereira.
Oh, is it Pereira?
All right, I'm just checking.
Pereira Olsen. Yeah, so it's going to be a child.
That's fine.
Bruce Wayne's going to be a child in this movie.
Oh, look, he's a kid in that other fucking show.
How old is the Joker supposed to be? Because Joaquin Phoenix looks like he's 57 years old.
I think he's like 30.
At least 30.
He's younger. He's younger than my wife. I think he's like 38 or like 41 or something like that.
Joaquin Phoenix? No, he's 41 in real life.
In
but
real
he looks
life.
like he's 50 something years old.
Yeah, well, I mean, banana
so he's about 30 years older than the Batman. than Batman.
Yes.
Basically is what this timeline is saying.
Yes. Gee, I wonder if 30-year-old Batman will have trouble beating the piss out of a 60-year-old.
Like, come on, man. Like,
yeah, they really don't understand why that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like these timelines are off. You know?
Okay, you cast Joaquin Phoenix, that's fine. Then cast Bruce Wayne like
in
15 years younger than him.
Yeah. You know why? Because it's the WB/DC. They don't give a fuck about continuity. They gave up a while ago. They really did.
They clearly did.
But the thing is, this doesn't have to fit with the regular timeline, but just the idea of Batman, it doesn't make sense for him to be 30 years younger than the Joker. Because that's not, what's the Joker going to do? This nigga's 60. I will beat a 60-year-old man to death right now. I'm 38. I could kill a 68-year-old man. I'm pretty sure I could. In a fist fight? Nah.
Unless he's trained and the
Joker's not trained.
His cardio ain't that good. 68, nah, yo. Like my neighbor right across the street, he in his 60s. I beat the brakes off that dude. And he's like in pretty good shape. I'd run over there and do a 38-year-old drop kick right to his chest. That's game over. Come on, yo, stop. If I get beat by him, I deserve it. No.
I don't understand that. I just don't understand.
Yeah, just cast Bruce Wayne at you can even cast him at 15 and say, the Joker's 15 years older than him. Okay, I'd even buy that. But he should be. Bruce Wayne should technically be in his 20s.
It doesn't add up. This kid looks like he's 6.
It's like the same what he did with the Batman versus Superman shit. Yeah, Batman's been Batman for the past 20 years or so. God damn, why are they so damn far in age?
Yeah,
between Superman and Batman. It makes no goddamn sense.
If he's been Batman for 20 years, that means Batman would be 45.
Right.
40.
But Superman is
30.
Yeah, come on. They shouldn't be that. They should be roughly the same age.
It's so strange. At
least that's how I always saw
Keep rocking it out, DC. But I mean, but besides that nonsense, the concept in itself is interesting enough.
I'm very interested to see how this movie.
I think at first Scorsese was supposed to have directed it, but I think he's only on it as a producer. Who's the director?
I forget the guy's name.
Oh, but even just bringing on Joaquin Phoenix, I think that lends itself to if I'm not even totally on board, I'm at least interested.
I think
I want to see what's going to happen.
Right, because look, it's not to me personally. I think it's inarguable that he's not one of the best actors of his generation.
Right. Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, I think he is. So very rarely does he do anything that isn't pretty great. Now, that doesn't mean the movie will be great, but I think his performance will be a standout.
Right.
So, we'll have to see.
And of course, everybody's going to measure it by the Heath Ledger standard, yeah.
That's why he looks like him.
Yeah, pretty much, because Leto was out. I like the Leto version, but... I think they didn't let him breathe enough.
Right. I think given a better script, it could have been interesting, but no. And I'm telling you right now, they haven't said anything, and I don't have any proof, but they're gonna toss that Leto version. They're gonna toss it. They're already tossing. They're tossing Affleck's Batman. They're tossing Cavill's Superman. They're not gonna let something like the Joker, who's such a big character, who people apparently hated. They're not gonna let it stand. And if they leave Leto, they're gonna change it.
Isn't he doing Morbius?
Yeah, that's what I'll say. Yeah, he's about to be over in Sony with Morbius. So
yeah. That doesn't need to happen.
Yeah, but look, I think Leto is a good actor. These are poor casting choices.
People have been begging for Morbius. What are you talking about?
Yeah, everyone since Blade 1 in that secret scene that they deleted. They were like, no, we're not going to do this.
Well, if it wasn't for Blade, none of this shit. Yo.
Yeah, calm down. Literally none of it would have happened. Thankfully.
Next up, Spike Lee is no longer doing the Nightwatch movie for Sony.
Good.
Yo, the best part of this article...
I keep thinking this nigga's Spawn.
He looks just like him.
But exactly. I remember when he first came out. It was on the heels of the Spawn, the Image boom, and 90s Extreme Comics. Yeah, I like Nightwatch. That's fucking bootleg-ass Spawn. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm good.
So let me read this sentence in the article because it's hilarious. In an interview with Screen Rant to promote his acclaimed true story based film Black Klansman, yada yada yada, we asked Spike Lee if he currently is planning on making his own black superhero adventure in the form of Nightwatch. The director responded with a simple, nah.
Nah.
Not
Nah.
I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, that's fucking funny. It's like, no.
No.
Like,
Not ever.
Like, I saw Venom, and that's how they get you. Like, y'all not getting me.
I'm good on that.
I'm good on that. But look, I mean, I had said from the beginning when this came out, I think we all did, which was, why the fuck is Spike Lee doing this movie? He's better than this. And I think he realized, yo, I'm Spike Lee. I'm better than this.
I think it was a name grab by Sony. All right, we got this.
Yeah.
Not even relatively unknown, even among comic fans, really unknown damn property. What's the name we could throw out to get people kind of excited and interested? Oh, Spike
Ryan
Lee,
Coogler crushed it with Black Panther.
Exactly.
That's why.
Is Tyler Perry doing anything? Nah. What about Spike Lee?
Can you imagine? The funny...
They not watch? You going to church?
Look,
like
I would watch a Tyler Perry comic book movie. Could you imagine?
It would be super wild.
But Dead meets Venom.
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't want any of that. But like, Spider-Man has like a better like he has better characters he could do.
Yeah.
Like what's the character's name? Medic?
Cardiac.
Thank you. Cardiac is a better black character. He's like a doctor who only like steals medical equipment to help people. Right? Like so he's
What?
like he'll steal equipment. Like he's actually a pretty interesting character. Like he'll steal equipment that he needs to because he's a medical doctor. Like, I need these to do a procedure for somebody who can't afford healthcare or whatever, right? And like or surgeries or something like that.
Sneaks in the hospital and snatch EKG machines.
But you know what? You know what? I knew the premise, but to actually sit here,
it's kind of wacky.
Hear it, fucking
It's kind of wacky. But the thing is, that would have been a black character that you could have done who would have been more interesting, right? Like you'd like this sort of like Robin Hood-esque character, and like why does he do what he does? But then he has this weird run-in with the superhero, but he seems like a villain, but he's not a villain. Right. He's actually a good guy, like
beat my ass.
Right, like, but they were like, no, let's go with Nightwatch. No one knows who Nightwatch is.
Oh, yeah.
People at least know who Cardiac is.
I mean, or even the Prowler.
The Prowler would have been cool.
The Prowler's cool, and plus on the heels, it more likely production-wise, it would have been on the heels of Into the Spider-Verse, which the Prowler does have a feature role in this. Like, that would have made a little bit more sense, and he was kind of way cooler than some goddamn Nightwatch.
Right, but it's Sony, so they don't make sense.
Sony.
Yeah, they really don't. All right, next up.
Sony and WB are like
right
neck and neck for me.
For dumb shit.
Guillermo del Toro
DC
is
going DC?
set to direct a Pinocchio film for Netflix.
Wow.
With the Jim Henson Company. Yo, this is wild.
When I read that, all I saw was Jim Henson, Dark Crystal, and crazy ass
Guillermo del Toro.
It's gonna be some wild shit.
It's basically like fucking what's that with Pan's Labyrinth?
Right. Geppetto gonna have no eyes and shit.
It's gonna be
that's fine.
But I think it's gonna be damn dope.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm down for this.
Yeah, Del Toro is like he's probably one of my favorite directors. Especially visually. Like he comes up with so many dope concepts, and he uses a lot of practical effects. I know this is supposed to be stop motion.
Yeah,
so that's definitely gonna add like an extra layer of creepiness. Because it's something about stop motion. Like you think about Nightmare Before Christmas.
I don't care for that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. The kind of the herky jerky.
Keep in mind, I'm not afraid of the Nightmare Before Christmas.
You sure?
A lot, somewhat. But I don't like it, and I don't like it because I don't like stop motion. Like just stop moving. Not stop motion. Stop moving. Do full animated or practical. Like just a person walking around in a suit. I don't like stop motion.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
No, I think he's going to probably nail it.
When is it supposed to come out?
I don't think we know yet.
There's no date.
Whenever the trailer comes out, it'll be 2 weeks.
Yeah,
the release will be
like 3 days later.
Surprise, nigga. Pinocchio's coming out next Friday.
It says the film will be set in Italy during the 1930s, a particularly fraught historical moment and a time when fascism was on the rise and Benito Mussolini was consolidating control of the country.
Wow, it's Pan's Labyrinth. Because Pan's Labyrinth wasn't it during the Nazi?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they had that weird, like, we're going to have this, like, steeped in steeped in like this really historical tragedy, and it's like, oh, but they're monsters. Like,
it says Del Toro previously set his films The Devil's Backbone and Pan's Labyrinth against a totalitarian backdrop similar to this. But those stories were set in Franco's Spain. Del Toro had this to say in a statement: "No art form has influenced my life and my work more than animation, and no single character in history has had as deep of a personal connection to me as Pinocchio."
That's
very strange. Yeah. In our story, Pinocchio is an innocent soul with an uncaring father who gets lost in a world he cannot comprehend.
Wait,
he embarks on an extraordinary journey that leaves him with
God damn it.
That leaves him with a deep understanding of his father and the real world. I've wanted to make this movie for as long as I can remember. So if this is like a passion project for him,
wow, that's super fascinating. But now that he's an Oscar winner, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's gonna.
I didn't know Geppetto was negligent. God damn. Shit.
Geppetto is a fucking absentee father.
Me eat that damn ravioli. Fuck out my face.
Yeah, this is either going to be like way over everyone's head or amazing.
Yeah.
He somehow is able to thread that needle. A lot of times. Because Pan's Labyrinth, I don't think is a movie that most people should enjoy. But people
that movie just creeps me the fuck out.
Yeah. Because it's creepy, dude. Shit. It's super creepy. The thing with the fucking with eyes.
The hands.
Yeah. You're not supposed to be okay with any of that.
Yeah.
But somehow he makes it work. Yeah. He was actually kind of perfect to do Hellboy. Now,
hell yeah.
Like looking back, he absolutely was a perfect.
I'm looking forward to the new one though. So
I'm waiting on the trailer. I saw a bootleg version of the trailer. It looked pretty dope.
Yeah. Next up, Wonder Woman 1984 is being pushed to 2020.
Yeah, this makes sense. No. I mean, so it was November 1st originally, November 1st, 2019, and now it's going to, what is it?
June 5th, 2020.
June 5th. Yeah. Right. So that's fine. Look, it's a big enough movie. It deserves summertime. Yeah. Some people were like, oh, it's going to...
We kind of ride them. I think instinctively I did too. Like, are they fucking up? I thought about it. I was like, yeah, it's June. It's the summertime. Wonder Woman movie deserves to be a blockbuster.
It does.
And also too, like the first one came out around the same time anyway. So why wouldn't you try to capitalize on what you did before? So
yeah, I think the schedule was just crowded, but now
these schedules are getting out of hand.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, it's nuts.
First one was very good. I enjoyed it, except for that last
that third act.
Minutes. Yeah, the third act,
which I think they'll fix this time.
Yeah,
that was just not good. This does deserve to be a summer blockbuster, but they have at least 2 or 3 movies before this one that I'm just hoping are good. Yeah. We got Aquaman this year, and then we've got Shazam next year. They have to be good.
Yeah, I think Aquaman's going to deliver. I pray it's going to deliver.
I think it's good.
I think it will because it's James Wan, and I think they treated him like they might have they treated Patty Jenkins.
Do whatever you
want
to
do. Do what you need to do.
Get the fuck out the way. Like, yeah.
I mean, look, that's all. The one thing that if WB learns anything from Patty Jenkins, her work, and from James Wan, if they treated him in the same way, just give them an outline of what you need them to do to connect the universe and just get the fuck out of the way. Because that's what Kevin Feige does, right?
Yep.
Like people are like, they're so hard. Like, I think they're just like, you need to have X, Y, Z elements here because we're building a story.
Here's the Bible. Here's the template. Knock yourself out.
Everything else in between, knock yourself out. As long as it works, we'll check it out. Make sure everything tonally works, and we're good. And I think that's why people like working with them.
And I think what proved that for me was in Black Panther, that sequence when they were in the casino.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, remember that video where Ryan Coogler went through?
Oh, I love that. I love how he breaks all. He breaks all that down.
He broke that sequence down. I'm like, yeah, they let him do what he wanted to do.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, that's what they need to do. Patty Jenkins did her thing, and that third act was fucking Snyder, and you could tell.
It's dark.
You can fucking tell. I'm like, yo,
why is it nighttime?
Like, this is completely different from the rest of the movie. Like, why did you do this?
Yeah.
So if you let them do, like, I don't think Snyder has anything to do with Aquaman at all.
Yeah.
Like, this is all James Wan. So, and I haven't seen, because James Wan did the second, or the third, no, he did the third Star Trek movie.
Yes, he did.
And apparently everyone loved that movie.
It's super good.
Yeah. So
it might be the best
and underrated. I don't think it got that much traffic
because the second one wasn't very good.
Yeah. So if everyone loved the third Star Trek movie, like if they let him do what he needed to do for Aquaman, like I'm just hoping it's good. Yeah. Like I'm gonna see it, and it looks good. It just looks fun.
Yeah.
But as long as they let him do his vision, I think it's going to be solid. Yeah. And again, like that's what Marvel does. They just let those directors do what they need to do.
Yeah, build the framework.
At the same time, you've got this connected universe,
right?
And everything just works,
right? If you build, and that's the thing. If you build a framework and if you hire the right writers and directors to do the work, there is no reason why you can't have Aquaman, Shazam, and Wonder Woman hit like fucking gangbusters,
right?
To get that universe, like, rip it out of the nonsense it was in and get that shit. If you get those 3 boom, boom, boom in a row, and those are good to great, you can write. You're back on. You're back on, dude. Like you can now compete with Marvel. I'm not saying they're back at the same level, but you can compete.
You're
people are not like,
oh,
DC. People will give you a chance. You nail 3 in a row, people give you a chance.
Oh yeah,
100%.
And now you got to find a new Batman and Superman. But I mean,
you got work to do. I mean, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that in Matt Reeves' Batman. Like you're gonna get a new Batman in his movie, but you got to get a new Superman. They're like, oh, we're gonna do Supergirl. Supergirl is a character.
I don't want to see
she
Supergirl.
Is not.
I don't want that shit.
Like I'm fine with her existing universe.
She's cool, but no.
She's not a replacement for Superman. Superman is Superman.
Especially knowing the fact that they did Cavill's kind of so dirty.
They did.
Like he deserves a chance to actually have at least one more go at a Superman movie. Like straight
with a better script.
Yeah,
with a better script. Because I think with a better script, he could have been
brooding.
He could have been a damn good Superman.
Now, see, I love Man of Steel.
I liked it too,
and I appreciated what they were doing because it was a different look at it. Okay, here where we're going to start him at.
Yeah, you
deconstructed. My whole thing was like, okay, y'all did this in the first one. Second movie, you got to have him move forward.
Yeah,
they never started moving forward because they bloated it.
Yeah. Like he was like brooding and he was trying to figure out who he is. But the second one, he knows who he is.
Yeah,
like just embrace it and be a little lighter, please.
Like the last moment in Man of Steel was the revelation, right?
Yeah,
where he comes down and he's like,
got the glasses. It's like, hey, I'm.
Well, no, not even at the. I shouldn't say the last moment, but that scene where he's like out on the road and like they're tracking him or whatever, and he fucking downs that satellite or the drone, and he was like, how can we trust you? He was like, dude, I grew up in Kansas. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, I'm Superman.
He's like, I'm as American as apple pie. And they're like, come on, dog.
Right. That was Superman. Like, that should have been, to me, when people were like, oh, they all those complaints. And I was like, that was him. That was Christopher Reeve Superman showing up at the end. That was the fucking Boy Scout. Hey, I'm on your side. Truth, justice, American way. That's who he was in that last moment. And then Batman versus Superman came around. And like you said, they didn't move him forward. They reset it back. I'm like, what? You already figured it out. It's the same director. How did you go back?
And it could have been so easy to start to move him forward a little bit in Batman versus in BVS. I'm afraid to say that shit. In BVS because is that one part where they had the montage where they having the newscast where everybody's talking about everybody. Yeah, that should have been it. In those moments, all you had to have was have him trying to be reassuring to people. Hey, I'm here. I got you. Just even a slight smile, whatever. Just to show he's trying to make that attempt to be more accepting. Because even if you didn't get him entirely there, you can show him trying to move in that direction. Right. But no, he was still kind of like, I'm saving you, but
I got a missile. Oh,
There's so much wrong. But anyway, but with the Wonder Woman thing, I think they definitely have they had a good grace from the first movie.
Yes.
Even in the veins of the Black Panther movie, I remember going to the theater to see Wonder Woman. I saw it like 3 times in the theater for like 2 weeks. And it was so dope to see that energy. Yep. To see like the women coming in like 4, 5, 6 together. We're going to see Wonder Woman. I remember as a matter of fact, excuse me, I'm drinking.
Where was I?
Yeah. It was the opening night. And it was the scene where she was in the warehouse fighting the Nazis.
Yeah.
Like, boom, she knocking them out. And it's that one part where she takes the gun behind her back and breaks it.
Yeah.
Yo, all of a sudden you hear some chick yell out, yeah, bitch, you better do it.
Some people get hyped.
That energy felt good. Like, yeah ladies, I see y'all. Like, yeah.
That's why when people tell me, like, I don't think Captain Marvel's going to do well, I'm like, you're crazy.
Shit.
You're crazy, dude. With the Marvel backing, man, people going to come out in droves.
Yeah, it's going to be live. So.
All you got to tell people is, yeah, you know how you like Captain America? Yeah, he's super dope. Yeah, imagine if he had fucking, like, super powers and was a woman. Yeah, I'm going to go see it.
That's what you need.
And you know what the funny thing is? And I hadn't thought about this until you were talking about Wonder Woman. people are like, oh, why is it taking Captain Marvel so long? I secretly think, and I don't have any proof of this. I secretly think that Kevin Feige was like, we cannot put out Captain Marvel until Wonder Woman comes out. Because I think that he realizes that, yes, Captain Marvel is a big deal in the Marvel Universe, but Wonder Woman is the seminal fucking character. Yeah. And you got to give DC that chance to get her and get her right.
I can ride with that.
Right? Because, like, I feel like, there's all the DC versus Marvel, like, battles. But I think Kevin Feige is a core fucking fan.
I think he's just a fan of
comic books. He's smart. He's not stupid.
In general.
Right. And so I feel like, and I don't know that I would have that, wherewithal as, like, a producer, but I feel like he does. And he's like, you got to let them do theirs first. You have to. Captain Marvel can't be the female comic book character to first out of the gate to do this big.
Right.
It's got to be Wonder Woman because she fucking earned it as a character. She really did. Yeah. And you know what? In fairness to DC, they got it right. I mean, for the most part, they got it right. Thank God. Because if they had gotten that one wrong, dude, they would have gone and burned that studio to the ground.
This is my last little tirade. Little tirade about DC. As much as I'm a Marvel head, and this is well beyond like the MCU. I've been a Marvel head since like the comic books. I just preferred Marvel.
And better comics.
I don't give a shit how big Cap, Iron Man, Black Panther gets. Everything DC has done should have been a layup. You still have the three biggest and most iconic heroes of all time.
You do. Everyone knows Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
everyone knows.
That should have been an uncontested layup, free throw. I mean, like fast break, boom.
Yeah, Marvel should have been trying so hard. We have Iron Man. Does anyone care? I mean, like, who the fuck is that? No one cares.
Right.
Iron Man is the biggest superhero in the world. He is a tier 3 superhero, comic sales wise, at best.
It was always X-Men, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Avengers, Thor,
Nobody
Captain America. It was cool, but no, they wasn't on that epsilon at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy how that works.
Yeah,
but it all depends. If
basically the proof that Marvel is like the superior fucking.
Yeah, they made Iron Man a household name. No one read Iron Man comics back in the day. No one did. Oh, there's just a new Iron Man comic. Nigga, if you don't get this bullshit out of here. Are you using that to put crabs on? Like, the fuck out? It's old newspapers?
And it's 2018 in America. Cynical as shit. All this nonsense going on. Motherfuckers love Captain America.
Yeah. That goes to show.
Motherfuckers love Captain America.
But they proved what DC thought was a liability with Superman, which is, oh, you can't say truth, justice in the American way. And so they were like, who can? We can. Nigga, his name is Captain America. They didn't
he's
even
wearing a flag.
Yeah, he's wearing a flag as a coat or as a uniform. Like, get out of here.
Do they say Captain America in the movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they usually just call him Cap.
Yeah, at a certain point they do. Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait to take that shield home. Hey. What?
All right, you can get knocked out. Don't get hurt.
Anyway, and next, finally in lightning round, LeBron James, known horror movie historian, is in talks to reboot Friday the 13th.
You working on something, LeBron?
Yo, don't look. A fourth quarter 0-3 struggle beard. It's all right.
Yeah, so he wants to.
Ain't no hair up here. I'm not trying to fake it with a toupee or whatever the fuck.
He wants to redo Friday the 13th.
Look, horror movie historian, rap historian,
hip hop historian.
I just want to go for it.
Sure, whatever. I mean,
Pet Cemetery. We just had Halloween. Halloween's doing actually pretty well.
Made $80 million.
Yeah,
that's pretty good for a horror movie.
Look, it's a good movie, man.
Yeah,
Halloween is a good fucking movie. It just is. Like it's a good movie.
Yeah,
okay. You said I'm not talking about like horror movie. I'm talking about it's just a good movie. Yeah. Like it's got horror movie tropes and all that, but like. Telling you, like
I was on the fence, but okay, all right. I'm gonna check it out then.
After you watch Daredevil season 3.
Yep.
Or go see Halloween and then go directly into your house, lock the door, and just turn on Netflix.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, she crushed it, man. She was like, I think Michael Myers actually chased her down in 1978 in real life. Yeah, seriously.
She was.
I think that nigga's a real person. She got PTSD.
Oh shit!
But no, it was really good.
She just by the way, showing Jamie Lee Curtis's power in that movie. She just got cast in Ryan Johnson's new movie, Knives Out. They just announced it today. He was probably like, "Yo, I just saw Halloween.
Yep.
Call Jamie Lee Curtis agent." Because that's how it happens.
Good, man. She was really good. Like, it's a horror fucking movie. Like, you're not supposed to have powerful performances in horror movies.
Yeah, that's a different level.
Not. They're just horror movies.
Okay.
It's just like
People are just supposed to get murdered.
Now I'm curious.
But like, she's really fucking good in it. Like, it's just a great movie. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So LeBron James wants to reboot Friday the 13th. Look, if he's just producing it and he gets the right people, whatever.
Hey,
like, I don't know if he's gonna do the original because, again, like most people don't know, the original movie, Jason wasn't the main character.
Yep. It was
his
mom.
mom. Yeah, it was his mother that was murdering people because her son died.
Yep.
So I don't know if they're going to do that story or if they're going to kind of do an amalgamation of like all the.
I feel like you
10
can't.
Of them.
I feel like you can't really do a
You can't do a
reboot
reboot without him.
without him. It doesn't work.
It doesn't make any sense.
I think after the probably third one, I was like, all right, I'm done.
There's 9 of them.
Yeah. At the third one, I was done.
Then they got Freddie versus
When he got to New
Jason.
York, I'm like, yo, dude, really?
I watched the reboot of Friday the 13th. That was a couple of years ago.
I didn't get to see that. How was it?
Who did the reboot?
Dude,
Was it Rob Zombie or some shit? No, yeah.
No, that was
Halloween.
That was Halloween. I don't remember who did it, but like Jason was using a crossbow or just like murdering people. Like I was like, no, Jason has a machete.
Yes.
He doesn't have the dexterity to be like, hold on a second. Bam. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, it was just like maybe maybe probably longer than that. Maybe it's like 7 years ago, 7 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't very good. He had a lair, which was weird. Like that was a thing in
backstory thing.
Like, why does Jason have a lair? He doesn't need to go and sleep anywhere. He's Jason Voorhees. He's a zombie.
Oh wait, when you said lair, I thought it meant like a backstory. You mean lair like somebody sleep?
No, LIAR.
He goes underground to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, he was like, I'll be back later. I gotta rest.
Let me go ahead and catch up on my programs.
Right, like you gotta watch TV. He's like, I wanted to watch the new Daredevil season.
Get some ginger tea. I think my throat getting scratchy.
I just want to rest, guys. If I could just take a break. You guys are always yelling and screaming. I get it.
I do not remember the Friday the 13th fucking remake.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago.
2009.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
It was not good.
Brown in L.A. trying to make moves.
Wow, it was
Produced
9
by
years
Michael
ago?
Bay. Platinum Dunes.
Platinum Dunes. There you go.
There you go. It made $92 million on a $19 million budget.
Yeah, it was not good.
Wow.
So it made its money back and then some.
Didn't they make a second one? I don't know if they made a second one.
I didn't know there was a fucking reboot. God damn.
Yeah, I saw that in theaters. It was not good. See, I'm not a complete coward. Like, I don't like the kind of classic slasher movies. Like, those don't bother me.
They're just murdering people.
Yeah, those don't bother me.
Like, again, when I was talking about Halloween, like the original Halloween is a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Like the original one, I'm like, just because I went back and watched the original one after I saw the remake. It was good. Like, it was good. Like, they did some camera things. They did some things with the camera that probably weren't done prior to that movie.
Right.
As far as horror movies go.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
We were talking actually before you got here. I was trying to get him to watch it, but I don't think he's going to do it. But
no, that's not fair. I'm definitely not going to do it.
Whatever. It's on YouTube at this point, but it was years ago. Bravo did this thing where it was the 100 scariest movie moments.
Mm-hmm.
This shit ran for a week.
No.
Oh, if you're a horror fan,
he was like, "Oh, you should watch The Grudge and The Ring."
Yo, that shit is dope.
You
man.
don't get out of my face.
That was a good week. I mean, it was so many classics in there, like Halloween, things like that. And I was like, oh man, like yo, that's good stuff. Watch it.
No.
Watch The Grudge.
No.
Watch The Ring.
Look, let me tell you something.
Matter of fact, watch The Thing with Kurt Russell.
I've seen The Thing before.
Right?
Oh, shit, what's the problem then?
No, it was fucking terrifying. No.
Jesus.
You know what's more terrifying than anything? Disgusting practical effects.
Yo, practical effects ain't no joke.
No, it was disgusting.
I love practical
effects.
I
know. It was disgusting. And I was like, actually, I didn't make it all the way through the thing. I was like, this is revolting. Like, and I'm using a very like uppity word. It was revolting.
Oh boy.
I was vexed at the person who told me that I should watch this movie. I thought it was good. I like Kurt Russell. And then the fucking gross monster came out, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yo, the blood testing scene. Like,
Everyone's like, oh, The Thing is amazing.
I
Yeah.
gotta watch
Anybody
that
who thinks The Thing is amazing is a mental patient.
Of course.
Doesn't mean you're wrong. It's just you're a mental patient. Movie and TV news this week. Luke Cage gets canceled at Netflix.
Bye.
How do you guys feel about this?
Look,
Seems about right.
I like the second season, but it wasn't. Look, after watching this the third season of fucking Daredevil, doesn't even compare.
I mean, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but I mean, I guess the rumors in the air right now that with the Disney streaming service coming up, they're trying to make that transition.
Yeah,
so maybe that's part of it. I don't know, but
like that's just super rumor.
Yeah, because Iron Fist went down last week.
Yeah, which I laughed at because
right.
No, the second season was good.
I'm sure it was. I'll never know.
You'll never know.
I mean, but I guess like one of the complaints was that the ratings for second season of Luke Cage kind of went down.
Well, we don't.
But I'm not surprised though.
Well, the thing is, we don't really know that,
right?
Because the articles were about social media impressions, which to me is not.
I don't believe social media. Period. Like to be perfectly honest.
Like, but I don't think social media has anything to do with how Netflix sees anything. Because Orange Is the New Black was on for like 7 seasons, and no one was talking about it.
Fair enough.
Like, there's other shows that have been on for like, hey, did you watch a new season of like the Callahan Boys or whatever dumb fuck shit that's on there? And it's like 4 or 5 seasons long. I'm like, I've never watched. I've never heard anyone talk about it.
You want to know another show that's very, very good, but that no one talks about? Frankie and Grace, or Grace and Frankie.
Grace and Frankie. Nobody talks about that.
Really good.
I didn't heard of it. Shit.
It's
that's really good.
Jane Fonda and what's her name?
Jane Fonda. She's still alive?
Yeah. Jane Fonda has great fake tits.
Oh, sure.
Okay. She does. Like she does.
Ernie Hudson's in it.
Zedmore.
Waterston was his name.
Waterston. I know that name.
That's the guy's name. The guy from the
SVU, some shit like that.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. And what's his name from fucking West Wing?
Yeah. God damn it.
Damn, I'm like drawing a blank. But
I'm drawing a blank too. Well, it's a good show.
It's a really good. Yeah, it's a really good cast.
Yeah, it's a great show.
But nobody talks
about that show. But it's on like its 4th season.
Yeah. It's
like you should actually check it out. It's really funny.
I mean, well, that's the case. Then maybe they really are trying to make that move. Then just to.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the argument about social media impressions is a complete. You know what it is? You know why you're hearing about that? Because nobody knows what's happening, and everyone is speculating to write articles.
Yeah.
Like there are multiple shows that no one talks about. No one talks. Grace and Frankie is a perfect example of that. No one talks about it. You know why? Because it's about a bunch of fucking octogenarians.
Yeah, the premise is that these two groups of people were married. They got divorced because the two guys loved each other.
Yeah,
so they got married. Yeah, and but like the wives are still
close friends.
They're really close friends.
And all four of them are friends.
Good. And all 4 of them are friends. It's a really good show.
That's a wild
Martin
premise.
Sheen.
It is.
Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen is.
Yeah, Martin Sheen.
Yeah, Martin Sheen is on
Sam Waterston, Martin Sheen, Jane Fonda, and damn it, what's the other woman's name? I can't remember.
Oh,
that's a wild ass premise. I'm gonna check it out though.
But it's funny because the women start a business together. It's a sex toy business.
Yeah. It's a wild show.
It's really funny and it's cute. Paul Scheer's wife.
June Diane Raphael.
Yeah, June Diane Raphael. She plays one of the daughters of one of the characters. Like, it's really good. It's funny. It's like it's a real super easy watch. Like you just have it on the background and just watch episode after episode, right?
Okay.
Like you don't need to be like, I got to dig into the characters of Grace and Frankie, but it's really popular. You'll never hear
Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin, thank you.
Wow, damn, what the hell did they dig her up at? Shit.
Yeah, it's a good cast, right? But here is a show no one is talking about. So this, like, I see people keep posting, social media impressions. You have no idea if that's valid.
You should have saw
It's the only reason because you only have that information because we don't have the internal Netflix numbers. That's why people are guessing.
Have you seen the woke folk?
Oh, would they cancel Luke Cage because he's black?
Yeah, pretty much.
But they canceled Iron Fist.
That don't matter. They got other white shows. The one brother.
All right, people are fucking wild, yo. Here's information. Fuck that. That don't fit my narrative. I'm just gonna skip over that.
Yeah,
but they didn't cancel Luke Cage first. They canceled Iron Fist first.
Yeah, that's the setup. That's how y'all get you.
That's how they get you.
That was when I was on one friend's page.
Oh my!
They're like, yeah. Yeah, I heard they canceled Luke Cage. And of course, the first comment, yeah, I bet they did. Like, oh, shit. Of course they did. Like, oh, God, here we go.
We are such a conspiratorial people.
I mean, we have every right to be, but at the same time, sometimes we gotta come on.
Come on.
Take it easy, though. Like,
sometimes shows just don't do well.
Like, sorry, we ain't got no more greens, baby. I bet y'all don't.
Like, what does that mean? You know what it means. I don't know what it means. What are you saying to me? Yeah. So Luke Cage getting canceled. I mean, it's unfortunate, but and we'll get into it in the question of the week. I think there's something else going on here. I don't think it's simply that it wasn't doing very well. The way to tell, though, is going to be after Daredevil kind of falls out of like everyone watching it right now. Yeah. After the next couple of weeks, if Daredevil gets canceled,
yeah, then something happens.
Something there's a business move. That
season was way too fucking good for them to cancel this shit.
Yeah, it's way too good.
Like they very well may be right that it is going to the Disney streaming service.
Yeah, but
I mean, it would make sense though. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. Next up, so there was an interesting story that Disney's streaming service, Disney Play, was going to do. The rumor was that they were going to do a Nick Fury show, right, with Sam Jackson, which was kind of dope, right? But then Disney came out and was like, "Nah, that's not true." Like they debunked it,
right?
But the talk now is that people on the inside are saying that Disney is saying that no, we're not doing a Nick Fury show for Marvel. We're doing something bigger and better. Like that's their whole thing under Marvel.
Fucking Marvel, man. Jesus.
Look, there's part of me that thinks that yes, Luke Cage is getting canceled. Yes, Iron Fist is getting canceled. Maybe Daredevil's getting canceled. Maybe Jessica Jones is getting canceled. Maybe this is only going to be the last season of Punisher as well. And I think that they might move them into the MCU, like MCU proper. And I think there's a talk of these like small movies and shows and stuff that they're doing on Disney Play. Why not? Why not start to get them to interact with other characters from the MCU and bring them in? Why not? Oh, I don't think they would. Why not? People don't want to see Daredevil get a better suit and interact with Spider-Man? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I would lose my mind if I saw that.
Fist?
Yeah. Give him a real fucking suit. Give him good writers. Give him... And look, Finn Jones, I feel like...
Mike Coulter as Iron... As
no. But I will say this. I think you get a different caliber of writers when you move to the movies. I think that matters too, right? But give those guys, put those guys on the streaming service, whether they're in like mini movies and stuff like that. Like give them a real chance. Give them some real heavy hitter fucking writers and directors to do the shit. Yeah. I think they could be a force to be reckoned with. You could move Daredevil and his whole crew. I'm telling you, after season 3, you could move them into the MCU with no fucking problem.
I mean, it's probably too late.
Holy shit, you could.
And it's definitely probably too late now as far as Avengers 4. But
who doesn't want to see King?
How dope would that be to have a moment? Because you already know they're depleted as far as their forces. Some people fade away or whatever, and they have a moment where they're all right. We're about to besiege on Thanos, and we called in some backup, and you see. Michael Coulter dabbing.
What are you doing, dude? There's a fight going on.
You see Charlie Cox come out there to Daredevil, and that would be...
It would blow people's minds.
People lose their goddamn minds.
It would blow people's minds. But look, you could easily swing it by just fucking bringing in the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and just be like, we've been tracking these guys in New York. We figured you could use some help.
Like Coulson, what the fuck? Like, I'm bad.
Yeah, I want to see Vincent D'Onofrio in the main movies.
Yo,
yeah.
Like, can you imagine Tom Holland taking on that?
First of all, like that size difference, because that dude's fucking big.
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio's a big fucking dude.
3'6'4". He's big. Yeah. Tom Holland's small.
He's fucking like 21. I'm a kid. But I think that would be super dope.
Yeah.
Like that could be the move. Like that could be the move that they use Disney Play as a way to get them to interact with some other MCU characters who are going to be, moving in and out of there, and then that's how you move them in.
I mean, 'cause they kind of did it with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a little bit with the Nick Fury coming in, then Lady Sif, and stuff like that. So who knows? Man.
Yeah, you could do it.
The template is there. The possibilities.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see. I mean, again, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it would be cool.
And I want to see more Lady Sif. I don't know what they're doing with Thor. Screw Jane Foster. That's a whole side tangent. Sorry.
No, I'm okay with it. Next up, this I'm not okay with. Disney mulling Pirates of the Caribbean reboot with Deadpool writers, which is kind of cool. Reed Reese and Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who are both great writers. They do a good job. But rebooting Pirates of the Caribbean?
Why?
I think it's
because
time.
the 5 Pirates of the Caribbean movies have made combined
what, like $2 billion?
That's cute. $4.5 billion.
Yo, them just clean up.
Yeah, they put in work. Dude.
I would say
that's why you're getting a reboot.
Yeah, I would say for me the first 2, dope. Especially the first one. I love the first.
I love the first.
The first 2 are really good.
After that, they went downhill, but them shits kept making money.
Yeah,
they still kept making money
this year, right? The last one came out this year, right?
This year or last year?
No, it came out this year.
Did it?
Yes, it did. 2018. Yeah, came out like 7 months ago.
I had to take your word for it. I honestly don't know.
Maybe kill like 5.
Not challenge you at all.
Yeah, they still make bank though. So, but I think it's time at this point. I mean, the franchise has been running for like forever. I think the biggest.
Do we need to reboot it though so fast?
No.
I feel like you don't need to let it rest.
Give this shit a goddamn chance to just kind of like.
You know what?
$4.5 billion.
Yes. The only reason
the combined budget is $1 billion though.
Still a lot of money though. You still walked away with $3.5 billion.
Yo, 5 movies, $1 billion budget.
It's a lot of money.
Yo, that's $2 billion. That's $2 million. That's $200 million a piece. You know.
Yeah, but that's like the Marvel movies.
Crazy.
But that's the Marvel movies.
I mean, sometimes.
Well, yeah, they have a couple. They
like,
try to drop
it was like $70 million for Iron Man, like $100 million for Iron Man.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But like, there's 10 of those.
Yeah,
there's 5 of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Like, that's crazy.
No. Like the only reason I could think that they maybe want to rebooting it is that they may be going in a different direction, i.e., no Jack Sparrow. They might be doing something totally different.
You cannot do those movies without Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
I think you can.
Nah.
You like
if you're gonna reboot it, I think you can do it without Jack Sparrow.
No, here's the thing: if Johnny Depp is not Jack Sparrow in these movies, they will do terribly.
If he's not Jack Sparrow, and if he doesn't have if the price isn't right,
right? No,
because everyone goes to see it for his ass.
Yeah, that's why they go.
And I don't know why. To be perfectly honest, I think again the first 2 fine, but like after that, why? Yo, he's the same fucking.
Whatever they do with this reboot, I don't think it involves Jack Sparrow.
You think he's going to be in it at all?
Nope. All right. Either he's not going to be in it, or they're going to recast him.
Yo,
you can't. That's like
if you're going to keep
recasting fucking Robert Downey Jr.
If you're going to keep Jack Sparrow and Johnny Depp, there's no point in rebooting it. Yeah. If you're talking about rebooting something, I think they're going to go in a totally different direction.
I agree with that. I'm saying that if they do that, they will not be successful.
They're going to reboot it, but keep Jack Sparrow.
Yeah,
like that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Look, stranger things have happened.
Depends how that trailer look. I'm just saying.
I don't think
people do look. You know what I think it is though. I truly think at the core of these movies, I think Jack Sparrow is a big part of it. You know what I think the real big like the thing that gets people to keep going to see these movies is the music. That fucking Pirates of the Caribbean music. What the hell? Dun, 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 dun. Like, dude, that's an earwig. And I think people just like, goodbye ticket. Like, I'm telling you. Look, I saw someone making a video. I'm sure you saw this in the fan group. It was like, it was like a clip from Pirates of the Caribbean. They were like, that's the greatest pirate I've ever seen. And it cuts to like a guy on like a raft, but he's got like 9 rafts on top of each other going down like rapids. And they were playing the music. And I was like, I kind of want to watch Pirates of the Caribbean. Yo, that music is fucking power. It's classic. Like, it's really super classic. And I think that works really, really well.
I don't see the purpose of a reboot for this movie that literally came up with a new movie this year.
I agree.
It was like 6 months ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Reboot that shit.
Was the last one.
Yeah, look. I agree with you.
Wikipedia, let's check this out.
All right, hold on.
What?
Hold on. I'm gonna play a little bit so we don't get in
shit.
trouble. A little bit of this part of the Caribbean theme song. I'm telling you, dude, this music, if I can get to the right part of the song,
All right, let me put my pirate boots on. Hold on a second.
All right, I'm gonna just jump to the middle. Let's see.
Oh, maybe it wasn't here.
I'm telling you, it's the music, dude.
Terrence.
People like that shit.
Look.
I'm telling you.
Oh, it was last year. Okay.
Look,
Dead
I'm telling
Men
you,
Tell
people
No
like
Tales?
that shit.
Is that really?
Yo.
I'm telling you. That's an earwig, man.
Oh, so it came out last year. Sorry.
Yeah, put some
Dead Men
Wu-Tang
Tell
on.
No
Put
Tales.
some Wu-Tang on, shit.
Just to drown out the parts.
It's your fucking triumph.
Matter of fact, yeah, put that back on. Let's see if I can rap.
Don't do that.
You expect the next person.
Atomic Socrates, philosophies, and hypotheses. Lyrically perform armed robberies. I know that entire song.
Hell yes, man.
Every single fucking verse.
Two
Yeah, but as a matter of
niggas.
fact, I was watching the performance of Wu-Tang on Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, I never seen a crowd so uncomfortable.
They were like,
He's like Jimmy Kimmel, like, yeah, Wu-Tang hit perform their classic hit, Protect Your Neck.
oh damn.
Like, yo,
Protect your neck. Like,
Diversify your bonds.
yo, the crowd was just like,
I don't know these words.
Yeah,
A bunch of fucking millennials and shit.
I saw them on the Dave
Oh,
Chappelle
my
DVD. God damn it. Next up, Netflix plans $2 billion bond offering to fund new content. Moody's outlook is stable as profitability nears. Yeah, so basically they're trying to get a $2 billion influx of cash so they can make new content.
These numbers.
Because they're too insane.
$2 billion, yo, that just makes my heart hurt.
Well,
let's fucking
make more content.
That's Jim Bezos' pocket money and shit.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah, it really is.
Like, please, I can't. Don't take my pocket money.
It's just a wad of $1,000.
Yo, he could do
bills.
so much.
He's getting ready to start a healthcare company.
What?
How much is the fucking plan's gonna be?
How much?
I think it's just going to be if you have Amazon Prime.
Right, exactly.
Like $9.99 a month, I'm good.
I'm just
Oh,
telling
you
you.
got healthcare, you go to any fucking provider you want. A word?
You come to the emergency room. I got Prime. Give me a room.
It's like prove it.
Do you know how many people are on Amazon Prime in the United States? It's
like-
over 90 million people.
Do we even have 90 million people?
Crazy.
320 million people.
Yeah. What is that? A third? A third of this country has Amazon Prime.
I use my Prime.
Look. If you don't have health insurance, you're not using Amazon health insurance. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. If they said it's an extra $10 on top of that, yeah, you are.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like what is it, $100 a year?
Yeah,
Amazon
more or
Prime?
less. Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Speaking
If I
of-
get health insurance?
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Speaking of Amazon
I hope
Prime,
he does. Because fuck that. I'm
he's
tired of
working
these
with
motherfuckers.
Berkshire Hathaway to do it with Warren Buffett.
All right.
They're gonna, I'm telling you, and then all of a sudden people are gonna be like, whoa, this isn't okay for him to do it.
Right.
Well, this is what happened when you don't have government-backed healthcare. Jeff Bezos comes in, buys Whole Foods, and then takes over the insurance market. You idiots!
Fucking more. Yeah.
oh, guess who else is on Amazon Prime?
Everyone?
No, actually on Amazon Prime on the channel.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know what that means. You
my black ass. Yeah, shit.
Are you?
on what?
On what
No. So it's a web series I did called Anacostia. It just got picked up.
Oh, right.
Yeah, check it out. See my crazy mug on there.
All right, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna watch
son.
it. Is this the one where you play the husband?
Yep.
Your wife on that show. She was very nice looking.
Yeah. I didn't notice because I'm a professional.
Yo, that video. Yo, that clip of this show.
I'm a professional.
I
don't
could
know what
see
you mean.
they might as well have had a professional harness holding your head up at fucking eye level. I was like, just look down. They're right there. Jesus Christ. I didn't want to comment on your page because I was like, she's probably going to see this.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm a 30-year-old man and I try to be very mature, but I was just like, look at them titties. Like I was freaking out a little bit.
We'll talk.
No, it was cool. So it's on Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
All right, look, I'm gonna check it out, and if it's not good, I'm gonna fucking leave a 5.
I know you're gonna talk some shit.
Oh, you know I'm
I know
leave
you're
a
gonna talk
review
some shit.
and a cost to you. All right, it better be good. Yo, if it ain't good, I'm gonna leave a review. I'm be like, yo, this is trash. Shit is garbage. This smells like the Anacostia River. Get out of here. Hey, there it is. Episode 1. Oh, shit, son.
I think it's what, episode 3, I believe.
That's when you show up?
Yeah.
But you ain't in none of
you're
not in none of the images,
I
right?
see shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just dope. Anyway, that shit was amazing. Yeah, $2 billion. Yeah, it's a lot of content. But what this tells me is that Netflix is getting ready for Disney to pull a lot of shit.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's so much content. I am now at a point on Netflix that I don't know what to do when I go on there. Because there's so... Unless people are like, hey, you should check out this show or this movie. I honestly am like... I'm like paralyzed when I go... I'm just like... I started watching this show called... oh my God. It was called A Bodyguard with the...
I heard about that.
With the kid who played...
Bodyguard?
No, it's just called Bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
Not with fucking Whitney Houston. But... it's a British series about this guy who's like he's like a professional bodyguard for like politicians or whatever, but like shit goes south and it's like a really weird, action mystery thriller kind of show. But it's played by the guy who played Jon Stark on Game of Thrones, the young wolf, and it's like. Yo, I'm watching the show and I'm like, yo, this show is super fucking intense and it's been on for 3 minutes. It's super intense. They're like trying to find this bomber on a train and he's on the train, but he's a special agent, but also he's just traveling like with his kids. I'm like, why am I sweating? Yo, how long has this show been on? It's like 3 minutes. I'm like, fuck. But it was really good. But I really find myself debilitated because there's so much content.
I just look for like the...
This is overwhelming.
I look for the documentaries. Yeah. Like I watch a lot of cooking shows. Cooking documentaries and all that other shit.
I watched part of Ron White's new stand-up.
I actually watched that the other day.
Yeah.
That white dude is funny, man.
He's one of the rare really conservative comedians that's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, he's funny as hell.
He's a total drunk.
Yeah, he's a fucking alcoholic.
He just is. I mean, that's in his bit. Yeah, like, he's not really
got like tequila just sitting on, like not tequila, he's like scotch sitting on the fucking on a chair.
Yeah, and he's just literally drinking the whole time.
Just ready for action.
He's like, I got to refill my cup.
Yeah, like it's not for prop. Like he's legitimately drinking it during the show. He is fucking lit by
Let's get the party going.
Yeah, that's all he's doing. So, I think $2 billion more of original content. I mean, hey, that's good for them because once Disney starts to pull a lot of their stuff, they're gonna need it. They're gonna need a reason to keep people around.
Yeah.
And Disney is talking somewhere between like $5 to $7. I'm hearing roughly $5 for their streaming service. People are like, I'm not getting it.
Shit.
Stop it.
Right, I'm in.
Yeah, stop it.
Damn, that shit.
$5. You spend $5 on a cup of coffee every day. Stop it. Like you're gonna spend the $5 a month. Absolutely. I don't even pretend to hesitate as if I wouldn't get it. Yes, I would. With all the Marvel shit, that's enough for me right there. Let alone all the other things that they're going to put on there, right? Yeah, I'm absolutely going to do it. So $5 a month is nothing. You could pay $5 a month for this show.
Yeah.
For this network. So, yeah.
$5 a month.
$5 a month is no kind of money. Again, I don't know what credit card or account my Netflix payment comes out of. I have no idea.
I don't know what date it comes out.
You know the last time I saw a Netflix bill? Who the fuck knows? I don't know. And I'm not rich. I'm not like, oh, it's no big deal. No. Like, I look at my money.
It's $12 a month or $11 a month.
And you're talking something like half that? Never see it. I'll never see it. I pay more to get my grass cut than I do for the vast majority of entertainment a month. I'm serious. I do. I pay like arguably like $75 a month to get my grass cut. That's way more than Netflix and Hulu can buy.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
Like,
how often do you get your grass cut?
Like every 10 days. 10 days to 2
like
weeks.
3 times a month.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely pay. Like, rich people.
It's
for rich people. No, it's nigga. I'm tired. Like, did you see what I look like in that review in mid '90s? That's a man who does not have time to cut the grass. He looks like a man who sleeps in the grass at night. Get out of here. All right, let's quickly go through question of the week responses because it is almost 11 o'clock at night.
Yo, yeah.
Well,
fucking with y'all and shit.
Well, we spent 2 hours drinking before we started. Just about. All right, question was, with Luke Cage and Iron Fist being canceled on Netflix, what do you think Marvel's next move for the characters? What do you think is Marvel's next move for the characters? Bring them to the proper movie level of the MCU, renew their shows on the streaming app soon to come, or just move on without them, or something else entirely. Cam says, send them to Lamont's house to beat that ass. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Lamont Allard, you jerk.
Andy came back with his full statement. This will be looked upon as the moment that started the ball rolling towards Marvel's eventual bankruptcy. Gaston says, move on. Too little, too late for Iron Fist as far as Luke Cage is concerned. Let's be honest. We all watched for Misty Knight and Rosario Dawson and the bad guys over the titular character in general.
Pause.
I mean,
Misty Knight.
Yeah. Yeah. Simone Mesnick deserves to be in the MCU.
She married I don't want to say she married the wrong Dorian, but Jesus.
Yeah, she married the dude that was
Cockroach.
Yeah.
He was actually pretty damn good. Yeah?
I liked him.
was.
I liked him. Then they cut his fucking head off.
But side note, before you get the responses, I'm just kind of catching up on Luke Cage. Yo, Alfre Wood is fucking hilarious on that goddamn show.
She is, but she put in work in this season.
She put in work, but she's fucking wild. It's like just her interactions, how she talked to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just having fun.
Yeah. She absolutely had a blast in the second season. Yeah, they were just like, just go big. She was like, no problem. Dave says, Heroes for Hire and Daughters of the Dragon, 8-episode event, and then go from there. I'm okay with that.
I think you might be more likely to get a Daughters of the Dragon show before you get Heroes for Hire.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, two better actors on Daughters of the Dragon. Malcolm says, I'd say Heroes for Hire would be a good route, but I'd say why not bring them to the MCU in a small capacity? A bigger budget means that they can have better effects for Danny as Iron Fist. I agree with that. Maybe even a tracksuit. Yeah, I think they'd be able to afford a tracksuit. That's just kind of funny. I know what he meant, but this is kind of funny.
Go to Foreman Mills. They got him. Shit.
See, that's fucking hilarious. That's really good. For people who don't know, see, like that's a real
Foreman Mills. Like, I'm good.
Damn it.
You get 9 tracksuits for $13. Like, oh shit. Or models.
Easter tracksuit.
Easter tracksuit. Also, I think the Russo brothers could not fight choreography out of the could knock fight choreography out of the park for both characters. I agree with that. By the way, if you're going to do Iron Fist in the proper movie level of the MCU, look, the decision needs to be made. He doesn't do the martial arts. You need a martial artist. You need one to do the stunt doubling for him.
Yeah.
It should be a martial artist. That was the one thing that Daredevil got right.
Right.
That Iron Fist did not get right. Like, all right, you want to be slim and, not a big guy, whatever, that's cool. But guess what? When the shit pops off, sit down.
Yeah.
Call Bullhorn.
Yeah. Smack. Nigga, what the fuck? Yeah, that's one of the fucking funniest things of all time. Coldest says, maybe Netflix can be convinced to do one last Defender series. I don't know. So we can wrap up loose threads, Cage's corruption, the chemical company behind Jessica and Matt's abilities, give the new Iron Fist a chance to flex her powers. Joshua says, I think they will do Heroes for Hire on the new streaming service, but who knows, honestly. Tiara says, I think they're just done with them. Sigh face, I guess. Trey says, put them on a Disney streaming service. P.S. Fuck you, Lamont, you 5-star bitch.
Oh, shit.
By the way, I could not be prouder of our audience for getting on board the fuck Lamont Allard train. It's so
funny.
good. It's so good. Never forget.
God damn.
You 5-star bitch. Yo, that's fucking funny, dude.
They come hard, man. They don't fuck around. Make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/premium. Sign up for premium content. You get full episodes of Look Forward, our political podcast. You get episodes of No Time to Bleed, our action movie podcast. You get Airing of Grievances, which is our Seinfeld podcast. And you also get The Men with the Golden Tongues, our action movie, our spy movie podcast as well. What the Fuck brought to you by JTD. You're going to take Micah's story.
Okay. Oh,
you don't have it?
I'm not prepared. Hold up.
Okay. I'll do mine first then. Waiting. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Wait, what?
Oh, white people. What are you doing?
No, this is unacceptable. There's no way you thought this.
I'll do your story, but go ahead. Since you got Micah's. What's up?
No, I'm doing mine. Vampire facial becomes an actual horror as New Mexico spa clients face HIV testing.
Yo, what?
The vampire facial was only supposed to sound scary. Is that just when a vampire jizzes in your face? Sure.
Wait, what?
It involves extracting the patient's own blood, isolating the platelet-rich plasma by spinning it into a centrifuge, and then re-injecting it into the face. But the results are touted to be rejuvenating, smooth to rejuvenate and create smooth and supple skin, not an HIV hepatitis scare, as clients at a VIP spa in Albuquerque, New Mexico are now facing. Health officials say they received the vampire facial there or any other type of injection-related service at the spa May and June of 2018 potentially put at risk of contracting a blood-borne disease. The New Mexico Department of Health is urging them to come in for free HIV, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C testing, as well as free counseling so you don't blow your fucking brains out for being dumb. The department was tipped off after a spa client, quote, developed an infection that may have resulted in a procedure performed at a VIP spa. Here's an idea. If you're going to do it, there should only be one vial of blood in the centrifuge at a time. So you go, okay, that was John's blood. I'm going to put it right back into your face. It shouldn't be on a circular thing of like a bunch of people's blood.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
how did this work?
That's weird as shit.
So they were using other people's blood?
No, they would extract your blood.
Okay.
Put it in a centrifuge.
Okay.
And then inject it back into your face.
Okay.
So how did it become
other people? Someone else's blood getting
because
involved?
they use more than one vial in a centrifuge, is my guess. So if you actually ever seen a centrifuge,
no, I know the centrifuge is
like it has a multiple
and they just fucking spin.
But they should be touching each other.
Separate the plasma from the blood, but like
they shouldn't be more than one vial in the centrifuge at a time, so you don't mix people's blood up, or they should be labeled. Like John's blood. Oh, there it is.
No.
Yeah,
New Mexico? This isn't America. Like, what the fuck, yo?
I don't care if it's New Mexico or Old Mexico. I'm not doing it.
Hold on. The New Mexico Department of Health is urging them to come in for free HIV, hepatitis
at least
B, and
the screenings
hepatitis
are free,
C testing as well. Yeah,
HIV that's the least you can fucking give me.
Yeah, HIV
Come in for
testing
free.
is free. I think in general, because there's a specific test you need for that. But the department was tipped off after a spa client developed an infection that may have resulted from a procedure performed by. I don't. Yo, this doesn't make sense to me. Like, it just doesn't add up. What?
Oh, but it does.
Ruiz defended her use of the treatment, saying she only used disposable needle. Like that fucking gif of fucking what's that show called? I don't know what the hell the show is called.
Oh shit. Your face, you were just like
I don't. Okay, disposable needles. That doesn't.
Again, how did this happen? None of these. There's
no. My clients every time they come.
There's no explanation for this.
But like, there shouldn't be different people's blood anywhere near you.
Ever.
What the fuck is going on?
Don't mix shit. What do you? It's not a fucking Long Island iced tea. What are you doing?
My question is.
Oh, Kim Kardashian had the procedure done.
Of course, there it is. I was gonna say, why would anyone do this?
Of course. Now the New Mexico regulation licensing department has shut down the facility while investigating it.
Today I learned that Kim Kardashian has HIV.
Yo, what the
your word?
I don't know.
Yo, this is really bizarre. I don't understand how this happened. Like, is it just a precaution that they made? Because it just set up an infection.
It's super weird.
I don't get it.
Nah, we good on that.
We good on that.
No, we good.
All right, next up.
I don't. Oh, you not have a story up?
Nah, what's your turn?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, fine. Let's see. What do I have? What kind of fucking shenanigans did he? Doctor pluck 11 live worms from a baby's eye.
Eyes.
I don't like eye shit.
That's definitely issue. That's definitely fucking you.
11 from a baby's eye. What country would it like? Okay, China or
Detroit,
or fucking
China
or India.
China
Which
or
one
India?
is it?
I'm going China.
China. Doctors in China released graphic footage of them removing 11 live worms from a baby's
Tell him what
eye.
he's won.
According to reports, the 5-month-old child named only.
What's the name? What? What's the name?
Dong Dong. Come on, yo. Like, what the fuck?
Wait. We're being culturally insensitive right now.
Are we?
Yeah.
I mean, you knew what this was.
Yo, the baby's name is...
Come on, yo. Don't name your kid Dong Dong.
Don't name your child Dong Dong. Contracted a horrific roundworm infection from a neighbor's pet and had to have surgery. The mother took the child to the hospital after she noticed her baby was extremely uncomfortable.
What kind of pet was it? A hyena?
It's China.
Fucking rat.
Like, it's China, so who knows?
Something in one of uncomfortable in spite of something in one of the eyes. Oh, good God! 5-month-old Dong Dong was inspected by medics and found to be suffering from a nematode infection, with doctors finding numerous worms slithering on the surface of the eyeball as well as inside the eyelid. Oh, Lord have mercy.
China's a dangerous place.
Oh,
Footage filmed on October 17th. Poor Dong Dong. Which was filmed on October 17th, which was last week.
What the fuck?
Shows the procedure, which took just 21 minutes, being carried out by skilled doctors. They removed no less than 11 worms, which are believed to be Thalassia calipata, a parasitic nematode first discovered in China over 100 years ago. Dong Dong is still receiving treatment.
The Dong Dong is doing well.
Poor little Dong Dong. Yeah, there's a video of them removing them from his.
Absolutely not.
And I'm done. Yeah. Nope, I don't need that in my life.
I'm going off the other night. Sorry.
I don't need this in my life.
No, I'm good. That's gross. All right.
Get the worms out your eyes, Dong Dong.
Go for it.
You just told me you were going to do yours.
No, I did mine already. That was the vampire one.
You didn't put yours up yet?
I'm like, fuck
yours is pretty goddamn funny, to be honest.
All right, here we go. All right.
All right.
This doesn't make a lick of fucking sense.
Yo, what the fuck? All right. Lonely office worker buys adorable puppy from a breeder only to discover it's a rat. Wait.
Yo, here's the thing.
The creature's owner thought.
I haven't read the story. This isn't fucking China, is it?
No, wait.
No, it can't be.
Oh. A man in China. All right, man. I know my international.
I'm trying to get the rest of it. Hold up.
So you have to go.
Shit.
Here.
Oh, is it a screw?
Like, no. Yo, what the hell is that?
It's a dog. It's a cute little puppy.
All right, so a man in China was shocked after the puppy he bought for cheap from a dog dealer was actually a bamboo rat. Speaking to Chinese media, China. It's not. What's this? Not a first world.
It's not a first world country.
There we go. No. All right. So, speaking to Chinese media, he said as his little furry friend began to grow, he started to have his doubts over the authenticity of the animal. According to Matume.
Deep time.
Oh shit. He felt something was wrong with the pooch, was behaving weird, and didn't run like a dog.
Yo, nigga, this don't look like a fucking dog, yo. I just Googled
perplexed by the
oh my god, that's not a
yo,
dog.
I just Googled bamboo rat, yo. It don't look nothing like a fucking. It doesn't look like a dog
it looks
at
like,
all.
No, it looks like a.
None of these fucking pictures look like a dog.
It looks like a
Yo, what the fuck?
a Pekingese.
A Pekingese rat. Like, no, nigga, no.
Yo, people are sad.
Yo, China is wild.
So wild.
That this
place.
nigga thought that he got a puppy that looked like a rat.
Yo, I got these mad cheap puppies. How much are they? They a nickel. You can get 10 of them. Those are rats, my guy.
A nickel.
Like, come on, yo.
Yo, come on, China. What are you doing?
Wait, why is all these goddamn wild ass stories from China? What the hell is going on?
I mean, this one looks maybe like the black one.
Is it?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe look like a puppy
a
a little bit. But nah.
Nah, after like 9 minutes, you're like, yo, this is a rat.
Yo, they got 4 teeth. What the fuck is going on?
So you buying this?
I think I would. Just for the sheer novelty of it. Take them out. Wait, scroll back.
Yeah, those don't.
What?
Yeah, those don't look like. They look like gophers. Also, dogs don't have like hands.
He's about to grab some shit.
Yeah, come on, man. Wow. Okay, that's pretty crazy. All right, trailers this week. Before we get out of here, Cold Pursuit. This basically is Mr. Plow, the action
This
movie.
looks ridiculous.
It looks utterly ridiculous.
Foolish.
Yeah, I didn't get to see this shit. I gotta see it.
It's
It's Liam Neeson and doing an action movie.
Oh, never mind. I'm good.
yeah.
I'm good. I
But
don't
you know, it's weirdly self-aware. Like it's sort
It's
of
got
make
like
it
a comedy
bit to it. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of self-aware. They're like, what makes you think you can kill people? It's like, I read it in a murder, a murder novel. Like, fuck it. Why can't I do
Whatever.
it? But yeah, it's sort of goofy. And then Bird Box. This is the trailer for Sandra Bullock's new Netflix movie that's coming out, which is, I wouldn't say zombies, but some sort of end of the world monsters kind of thing where you can't look at them. If you look at them, then you see your greatest fears and you kind of freak out. And so it shows her like in the woods, blindfolded, and her kids blindfolded, and they're attached to her by a rope. And they can't really say anything, but they can ring a bell to let the mom know that they're in danger or something like that. It looked pretty intense. So
That's a pretty good cast. It's Sandra Bullock. What's that woman's name? That's in American Horror Story.
I hate Bullock.
oh, I know what you're talking about.
Hey,
I
Sandra.
never remember her name. Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson. She's a great actress, by the way.
Yeah, she
really is. And then
Lil Rel.
yeah, Lil Rel Howery is in it.
Making moves.
Yeah, and it's like a serious role. Like it's not comedy. By the way, if you're gonna move into like bigger movies, you're gonna have to get about the Lil part.
Yeah, Lil Rel.
It's going to be a slow progression. Yeah. I give him maybe about 2-3 more years. It'll be like Rel Stansfield, some shit.
Yeah. You got to move away from that if you're going to be taken seriously as a dramatic actor.
Well, I'm surprised. Well, LL Cool J. He never moved from. He went to James Todd Smith.
I realize, like, I don't really like LL Cool J. Like as an artist, I think LL Cool J is fine.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
But like as a person, I don't really fuck with LL Cool J.
What do we do?
He's kind of a secret conservative.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, he is.
Nigga from Queens.
Money.
Wow, this is a really good cast. Like her is a Sandra Bullock, Sarah Paulson, John Malkovich. What's the dude from
Moonlight?
From Moonlight is in there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a solid cast.
That dude's making a really good come up too. He's been
Trevante Rhodes.
Yeah, Trevante Rhodes.
Rosa Salazar, Daniel McDowell, Laurel, Tom Hollander. He was in Tom Hollander was in the movie I just saw.
Bohemian Rhapsody?
Bohemian Rhapsody, yeah. Colson Baker, BD Wong, goddamn.
Yeah. No, like, again, Netflix is not fucking around. They're
killer cast.
Yeah, like, and this is
They
where
got
that
the money to offer.
this is where that $2 billion is coming from, right? Like, the fact that they got Sandra Bullock, like, as the lead is a pretty big deal. So, yeah, Bird Box looks really good. I didn't catch the release date. I don't know. Did you see that? It's got to be. They put out the trailer, so it's got to be in the next 4 days.
It probably comes out
you said
tomorrow.
Bird Box. All right.
Yeah.
I thought
December 21st. And on Netflix and select theaters in December.
Oh,
December
look at.
21st.
Oh, okay.
That's wild.
That's why you got Sandra Bullock now. Okay.
I thought you said her box looks pretty good. It's like,
Don't do that.
What?
That's weird. I'm sure.
Wow.
I'm sure.
That
It's
is-
Sandra Bullock. I'm sure it's lovely. And has aged well.
The hunka chunka, the mumble.
God damn it. All right, we have been drinking way too much scotch and whiskey this evening. So, on that note, we are going to get out of here. And Jesus Christ, it's 11 p.m. We don't have somebody, I have to drive down to Virginia. I'm so sad. Oh. He's not here this week.
10-minute drive.
God damn.
That's right. Look, when you're not here, you get denigrated. That's just the way it goes. That's right. Look, hey.
That's how it happens.
Hey, about my money, right? Good.
About your money. Yeah. Good night, everybody. Money,
Have a good one.
All right, later, guys.
Peace.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.